Hey guys, and how about we watch the death battle between Excalibur from Warframe and Raiden from Metal Gear? Alright, so when I heard that this matchup was like gonna be the next one, I think that right now I think that Raiden is probably going to lose this match. I just think that Excalibur might have like better stats and like probably a better blade. As much as I want Raiden to win, I don't think he's winning this.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by Warframe.
Funny,
Don't
that's
miss
going to be
Warframe's
sponsored by
highly
Warframe.
anticipated digital event, TennoCon, on July.
It's going to be sponsored by Warframe. So it's kind of a little biased, but at the same time, Excalibur has better stats. So going with Excalibur, but I hope I'm wanting Raiden to win. Raiden, please prove me wrong. Boom.
Wiz, what are you doing in here? It's our day off.
Oh, just conducting some research. I've discovered a Tenno foundry in the process of crafting a new Warframe. Just about wrapped. What are you doing here?
Sometimes I have these horrible nightmares and I just wake up here in a cold sweat. I don't even think my car's in the parking lot. But what you're doing sounds way more interesting. So tell me, what Warframe's your favorite?
Oh, a scientist doesn't play favorites.
Oh, bullshit. Our job is the equivalent of banging action figures together. You've got to have a favorite.
Fine, if I had to pick, I'd go with the very first Warframe ever created, the death-dealing techno-organic ninja Excalibur.
You mean he's a cyborg ninja? Like Raiden from Metal Gear?
What? No, they're not technically cyborgs. More like superpowered biomechanical vessels that are unlike anything I've ever seen. Trust me, this is gonna get crazy, so spoilers ahead.
Yeah, just give me the lore already, Wiz.
Long ago in the Origin system, the Orokin Empire discovered the Void, an extra-dimensional spatial realm that allowed for travel across vast cosmic distances. However, when they sent the first colony ship through it, the Zeraman 10-0, the Void drove all the adults on board into an insane, murderous frenzy.
Oh my god.
Sounds like my first wedding reception.
Okay. The children, though, absorbed the Void's energies, imbuing them with the powers they needed to defend themselves against their mad parents and survive. When the Zeraman 10-0 emerged from the Void, the children were permanently changed. They had become the Tenno.
Well, I'm sure those traumatized little whippersnappers received only the best of care.
If only. Instead, the Tenno were taught to use their Void powers to control Warframes through a process called transference. But their abilities were so powerful that the Orokin grew to fear the Tenno and tried to have them destroyed. The Tenno were hidden from the Orokin and put into a deep sleep. That is, until one day, they were reawakened to defend a war-torn Origin system, guided by their adoptive mother, the Lotus.
So they're basically sci-fi child soldiers.
Sort of. Though the Lotus does care deeply for her adopted children and has devoted her efforts to protecting as many Tenno as possible. There are almost 50 different Warframes currently out there, each with their own unique abilities and combat styles. But I think that the very first created Excalibur is the deadliest.
He's kinda reminded me of someone.
A master swordsman with his razor-sharp skana, Excalibur is an expert at racking up quick kills faster than the eye can track. He's unmatched in skill and precision with the blade, especially when augmented by his unique abilities, like Radial Blind, which releases a flash of light to incapacitate nearby foes, or Radial Javelin, which blasts out a wide burst of energy spears. But his greatest and most iconic is easily the Exalted Blade, a sword of light that can slice just about anything to pieces. You don't get much cooler than that.
Huge-ass laser guns, Wiz. Huge-ass laser guns automatically make you cooler.
Funny you should say that. While individual Warframes like Excalibur may specialize in certain fields, they all have access to an incredible suite of futuristic weaponry, like the Nucor, which can fire concentrated beams of microwaves, literally cooking you from the inside out,
500
or the
different
Glaxian,
weapons,
which halts molecular vibrations entirely, freezing you in place. There are guns that fire radioactive plasma, toxic barbs, or even acidic needles. He has, and I'm not exaggerating here, over 500 different named weapons.
Man, he sounds like a one-man
I mean, he's not going to use all of them.
That's crazy? Excalibur can call down an Archwing, basically a futuristic space jetpack with missiles, force fields, and even the ability to fire miniature black holes.
Okay, yeah,
Oh
that's
my
pretty
God.
powerful.
While Warframes usually battle alongside one another, they
5
have had
feet.
the occasional head-to-head scrap, where they've exhibited the durability to survive even the most powerful attacks that other Warframes have to dish out. For example, blasts of concentrated antimatter from the Warframe Nova.
Sounds pretty unstoppable, but I think I have someone in mind that might put that to the test.
Okay, do you really want to talk about Raiden? Is that what this is?
Oh, they're
Come on,
gonna
Wiz.
skip to
Child
Raiden.
soldier, half-robot assassin, glorious
True.
Nippon steel. It's a
True.
perfect match. Raised from childhood to be a trained killer in the war-torn streets of Liberia by the future president of the United States, Jack never knew what it meant to
Nope.
control his own destiny,
No,
to
he
live
didn't.
his own life. The
Yeah.
only thing he knew was how to kill, and he
Yeah.
proved it when he accomplished
35.
one of the greatest
Jack
feats
the
in
Ripper.
video game history. Surviving
Yeah.
the absolute mindfuck that was
Snake.
Metal Gear Solid 2. Legions
Yep.
of angry fanboys be damned. Solid Snake was yesterday's news. This was Raiden.
Yep.
Birthday suit and all.
Too bad for him that a shadowy extra-governmental body known as the Patriots captured him and turned him into a cyborg for their own complicated purposes. Even after the Patriots' downfall, Raiden struggled to build a life that he could call his own, pulled between his sense of justice and his genuine ecstasy for war.
Well, at least he's got to put his weed skills to work with the weapons he's pulled off the corpses
Pulled
of
on his
all the
older
poor
weapons and
souls that
firearms.
dared mess with him.
Okay.
He's got dystopia, a magnetic scythe that pulls you towards your enemy, or l'étranger,
Wow, I think
The
you
high
actually said that
frequency
right.
blade.
which is
Yep.
a convertible
Murasama.
staff/whip combination made of arms, plus rocket launchers, claymore mines, EMP grenades, and all this stuff from MGS2. But
Yeah.
nothing beats his high-frequency
The high
blade
frequency
he
blade.
inherited from Jetstream Sam.
That's why
the
I'm
Murasama.
talking about, like,
I have
If
to
that's
admit,
gonna-
the high-frequency blades are marvels. They vibrate at such
they
high
are.
speeds that they can destabilize the physical structures of metals on contact, greatly increasing their cutting ability. It's basically robot kryptonite, if that makes sense.
Even with his
Okay.
original high-frequency
Awaken.
blade, Raiden could cut through massive metal gears like tissue paper.
Alright.
And of note, those metal gears were not made of ordinary steel, but carbon nanotubes, one of the strongest materials known to man. The bonds between carbon atoms are incredibly strong, which means that the tensile strength of carbon nanotubes is greater than even the toughest metals, like
Okay.
titanium. Using the high end of potential shear strengths, slicing clean through a building-sized Metal Gear ray would require an energy equivalent to, at most, 100 kilotons of TNT.
Ooh.
And the Murasama is red, which makes it even cuttier. How else would he have had a chance against our Lord and Savior, Senator Armstrong, and his nanomachines, son? Unlike those
Oh.
Beltway pansies, this hulked-out Ayn Rand can hit the ground so hard it splits lava. He was somehow a vastly more difficult boss than the stadium-sized Metal Gear Excelsis Raiden tore to shreds
Alright.
minutes earlier. Don't F with this, Senator.
That is, unless your nickname is Jack the Ripper.
Raiden spent years fighting for justice
Oh, yeah,
and
Ripper
denying
mode.
who he really was inside. And it took his battles with Desperado enforcement to finally realize it. He's a killer, plain and simple, and he lives to test his skills against others.
When he enters Ripper mode, any last shred of inhibition leaves his body, and his strength and skill skyrockets.
And that's exactly what Armstrong saw in Raiden. Living proof of his philosophy in action. Someone who pulled themselves out of hell with nothing but their determination to survive.
But Raiden did not see it that way. Just because he had to fight for
Oh.
survival doesn't mean the whole world had to. And it was
Survive
only
the
through an
mind
act
fuck
of
that was Metal
generosity
Gear
from
Solid
Raiden's
2.
slim rival Sam that he managed to win.
His sword may have been a tool of justice, not used in anger, but the Murasama wasn't that sword, and with it he ended Armstrong once and for all, and lived the rest of his life on his own terms.
Uh-huh.
Look, I know we're just shooting the shit, but Raiden would definitely kick Excalibur's ass.
You've got to be joking. Maybe I didn't sell it well enough with my spiel, but Warframes like Excalibur are unbelievably powerful, on a whole other level from cyborg ninjas like Raiden.
Right.
Oh yeah? We're in the lab, we've got the research done. Prove it.
Okay, the Murasama is impressive, sure, but Excalibur's futuristic arsenal is hundreds of years more advanced and
Yeah,
leagues
that's what
more
I'm
varied. Raiden
thinking.
would just be overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Excalibur may win in quantity, Wiz, but quality is what matters most. And considering his weapons are mostly made of metal, it won't be any trouble for Raiden to melt right through him with the Murasama, especially with how crazy fast he is. Raiden can run up walls and break dance with leggy moving robots attached to his feet.
Yeah.
He can slice
That's
bullets
why
out of the
even
air
though I
and
know
even
Raiden more
boost
than
his reactions
Excalibur,
with Blade Mode, where the
I know more
entire
about Metal
world
Gear.
slows down to a near stop.
Well,
I don't know much
sure,
about
Metal Gear
Warframe.
characters like Revolver Ocelot can shoot bolts of electricity out of the air with regular pistols, which is probably around hundreds of times faster than sound. I
Okay.
guess that counts as fast.
Oh, please, that's nothing! Raiden can increase his perception to the point that raindrops around him aren't even moving. That might not seem as crazy at first glance, but he's also able to swing his sword dozens of times while time is almost stopped. By my calculations, that'd be about 11% the
Oh
speed
my
of light.
goodness.
Oh,
Okay.
is this happening? Is this
11.7.
actually happening? You
That's
want a calc off, big guy? Then let's go. Excalibur can literally block a
11.7.
beam of light with his sword.
Oh.
Judging by the distance it moved relative to how far the light
How
beam
much?
traveled, Excalibur had to have been swinging at 9% the speed of light.
Oh,
Calc
damn it.
King dethroned. Look at me. I'm the math boy now.
Look, speed is only part of the picture.
I don't think
Another
that's enough.
Warframe, Atlas, was strong enough to smash apart a giant asteroid. Now, Excalibur may not be one-punching asteroids, but he's proven more than capable of wiping out entire platoons of elite soldiers.
But remember, Wiz, you said it yourself. Robot kryptonite. All old Jack needs is one good swing of that Murasama, and Excalibur's getting sliced to pieces. You really think your Warframe can take on a pure-blooded killer like Raiden?
Oh, you really think your cyborg ninja can take on a ghost soldier from the future?
Well, I guess we'll never know.
Forever a
Here we
mystery.
go.
No way to determine a winner.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Oh yeah, I could definitely go for a beer right now.
No, you idiot. Let's settle this the old-fashioned way.
Oh, yeah!
It's time for a death battle! Oh wait, I'll make my prediction, or I don't think I'm gonna make my prediction. I think they already made the point. Yeah, Excalibur's probably gonna win. Like, I just think like having 500 different types of weapons is just gonna overwhelm Raiden. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go for Excalibur. Just see you in the next part.